Hi everyone, Kim's going to do a little experiment here with the all the sensor suite basically that's on the doors and how they react to different obstructions. A lot of people have inquired about that. And first we're going to go ahead and pop the Falcon wing closed here, and I can actually do it from the inside the dash and show you the ultrasonic sensors that are associated with this door. So right now. So we have ultrasonic sensors that are built into the aluminum skin of the door. So when Kim is standing next to the door and doing her little dance, so Kim, kind of lean in, you'll see the sensor tuck against the body of the car. You lean back, it disappears, you come back in and back out. So it senses an obstruction and opens accordingly. That's the ultrasonic right there.
It's me doing my dance.
And it also has sensors all along it as far as pinch sensors are concerned, along with touch capacitive sensors. So, for example, when you look at the pinch sensors, there are sensors right along the edge right up here, and you can actually pinch them and hear that. It's almost like a button tactile feeling. This goes along the entire edge of the door on this side and along the entire edge on that side that makes contact with the body of the car. And then Kim, if you want to hop out, I will show one more set of sensors, and it's actually right along the edge right there of the bottom panel. These are touch capacitive sensors. So kind of like on your iPhone or iPad, these sensors, as soon as they make any sort of lightest touch, they will sense an obstruction. You'll see obstruction sensed. You can hold that to override it, or you can actually override it by just pressing the button on the door itself, and it'll continue to swing up. And there you have it. But we're going to test a couple different things when it comes to what kind of obstructions are sensed and how they're sensed with these.
So on the menu tonight, we have, well, first we have a medical glove hand. We have a squash, a banana, and a cucumber. And everything's been wrapped, so we don't make too much of a mess.
So we'll see how it senses that and how much damage it's leaving behind on a certain obstacle as it closes.
So I'm going to start with the softest.
The softest, and you can use the pillar button right on the top there. And yeah, just line it up on the edge right where the sensors would be and where your finger would be.
There you go. Slammed my fingers shut.
Fingers are a goner. So we'll open them. So these pinch sensors are not going to do any good for something that doesn't have any resistance or weight behind it. Okay. So a little more resistance.
This is a very overripe banana. Let's try it out again here. Where am I? I'm like nervous for some reason.
There you go, wow. So even the banana,
that's awesome.
A little bit of resistance on there, so you can see the override. And what I'll do is I'll lean in here. And yeah, do you want to hang on to the banana? Yeah, so when I open it, we'll open it like that. And we'll see how the banana did.
A little bit of a dent, but not too bad.
Yeah,
honestly.
Considering it's an overripe banana. So it was able to sense that, the pinch sensors along the side.
We kind of guess what's going to happen with the squash and the zucchini. Then
yeah, that does tell you a little bit. So you can go ahead and...
Why not try it out, We're in the mood to play. Okay. Here it goes. Well, maybe I'll try it down here now.
Watch your hand count.
I might really pinch my finger. Oh.
Nice. You got it way down on the lower side there, so...
You can see the little kids would be touching down there.
Yep.
And it has a little bit of a dent.
Yeah, gave squash quite a bit of a bent.
Let's see if I take off. See a little bit better. There's a little more of a dent right there.
Yeah. So it seems like it'll definitely let you know it's there. Might hurt a little bit, but it's not going to keep going after your finger and chopping it off. So we've got a cucumber as well.
One last thing. Should I try it somewhere else, like up here this time?
You could, yeah.
Okay. Here it comes. Right in the window.
Yeah, that turned all the way. So the cucumber is so big that it took quite a bit of force to get it all the way to cause the override to be sensed. But again, I got the cucumber pretty well up there. So
it really did.
Yeah, that wouldn't feel good on your finger. It's pretty sturdy cucumber. So
I will say when we first got the car too, I kept standing here and it would like hit me in the head a couple times.
Yeah, so it's definitely something to get used to because you're not, you know, typically used to having a door close on you like that. So there are sensors in here as well. So these also take a little bit of resistance. So if you were to be inside the car and it would be coming down and you're standing, I guess, inside the car and that touches your head, that would also stop the door. So there you go. It does give you quite a bit of force. It's not going to hurt you.
I think this is what cut the cucumber was actually the window.
Yeah, it looks like it might have had a little wet spot there. So yeah, it depends, I guess, where you get on the sensor, but it's going to stop, but it's going to take a little bit of force before it stops. And that's how it goes. So for the curious, and same thing for the front doors as well. Pinch sensors right along here. You can hear it all. I would imagine there are dozens of little buttons that go down along the edge there, so any sort of force that's obstructed gives you that obstruction detected notice on the car. But for the people that have been asking, good point, good rule of thumb with any door, don't put your finger in the path of it closing, but at least with these doors they will stop. With the other doors, I guess manual doors, if you shut them hard enough, they'll take your finger with them. And it's important to note too, we recently had a firmware upgrade for the car that actually changed the sensitivity of how these doors sensed an obstacle and how easily they sensed an obstacle. So we were having an issue where a lot of Model X owners is the door was closing and it was sensing an obstacle when it wasn't there, but in fact it was sensing its own pinch sensors being closed at certain situations where it would trigger the door to stop. So we would look around and say, hey, there's no obstacle, but Tesla said the sensitivity was extremely high on it, so they found a middle ground to where it's still safe, but it doesn't trigger itself to stop the door when it's closing. So that's kind of an interesting thing. And look, Kim's back here, and you can see her on the ultrasonic sensor. Yeah, you can see how close and far you are from the door when you lean in and lean out. So thanks for watching.
Thanks.